some bad Unreal, I've decided just to show you the video card itself. So here it is. It's the NEC PowerVR Apocolypse 3DX. This is the version 2, I believe. And let's see what it says in the box here. So this is a 4 megabyte version, of course, which we knew. So this is your RAM here to the right hand side. These two fellas here. This is the main processing unit. You got your clock is up here, your transistor, a couple of capacitors, and I just touched off of there, which is probably not a good thing. Just throw it in there. That's in shot now. Something's in shot. So the specifications of this, what you need a computer with a Pentium 133 or greater. Now originally I used this in a Pentium 120. They recommend a Pentium 166 or better, P166, the P specification. They recommend 32 megs of RAM, which I had at the time, and a 2 megabyte direct draw enabled graphics controller. I had that. I had a Videologic at the time, 2 megabyte, which was donated by my brother. So the game support in this particular card from the back of the box is the Power SGL and Microsoft DirectX 3D titles. Now the Microsoft DirectX 3D, from what I know, is very limited on this card, and I remember myself playing some DirectX 3D games. It was limited, but luckily enough this particular box came with a couple of games bundled in it. But I never really played many of them. I ended up playing other games mainly rather than the ones in this. So what can this do? Well, let's have a read of what it says on the back of the box, hey? So this particular card is the PowerVR NEC PCX2. It's a high-performance 3D accelerator with a 66 MHz processor, incorporating an image synthesis processor, or ISP, and texture and scaling processor, TSP. It's got 32 processing elements in ISP module, an on-chip 12K ISP, and a 4K TSP parameter cache. Alright? It's got a single SD-RAM external interface for texture and parameter caching, bilinear, adaptive bilinear interpolation, through shadow generation and fogging, perspective correct texturing and anti-aliased textures, 32 by 32 to 256 by 256 texture bitmap sizes, an 8-bit RGB 332 and a 16-bit RGB 555, RGB 565 or RGBT 4444 texture formats. It's got smooth shading, flat shading with offset highlights, 24-bit mixing of texture, lighting and shading, exponential fogging with programmable fog color. Now it also has an accumulation buffer for multiple transparency layers, translucent textures, 16 levels per pixel, and 16 levels of global translucency. That's a mouthful and a half, isn't it? The memory configuration of this, as I said already, is basically 4 megabytes of onboard high-performance SD-RAM texture memory. The bus interface, or bus architecture on this card, is the PCI local bus, plug-and-play support 2.1 compliant. The high-performance Windows 95 drivers that came with it, that didn't work, so I had to actually get more updated drivers, to show you that in a second, are Power SGL and Microsoft DirectX 3D. And the dimensions of the card, just in case you want to know, are 130mm by 80mm, including the PCI local bus connector. And it approves to the FCC Class B certified for home use, compliant with EMC Directive CE. And the warranty is 5 years. That warranty might be over by now. Let me see, 1998. Or was it 97? 97, this wasn't 98. Maybe it was. Maybe it was the start of 98 I bought this. It was near the end of 98 when I bought the computer, so the better computer. There are technical hotlines, internet, website, FTP and BBS servers. There you are. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the PC end of it. So I always remember this, the old DirectX that was running on every machine in the old computer shop. So the old machine DirectX would be there. So yeah, so it's running on a Cyrix 6x86 MX FMX with MX technology, 40 megs of RAM, DirectX 7. The display is the S3 Verge DXGX with 4 megabytes of RAM. So what we will try to do next is, I think we'll try and install 3D Max 99 and see if it'll run. I'm not too sure what it's going to do, but it's about the only demo I can think of that should make some sort of an attempt to run on this. Or I have another demo that might work, but I don't know whether it'll work on this machine. We'll try it, see what happens. But bear with me and we'll install that demo, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, so we'll just see if final reality runs here. Onboard 3D accelerator. I have not got a clue what that's using there. Onboard DirectX 3D. I have no idea what that's actually using. I'm hoping against hope that it's not using the Verge card, because if it is, this is going to look really bad. I'm going to knock off a few lights here, otherwise I light up like Christmas tree. So, right, we'll just run this now, see what happens. Are you ready? Here we go. Run benchmark. Knock off that light as well. I know this didn't work at all properly with the Verge card, so let's see now. I still don't know what it's using. Usually it gives you a choice, so it doesn't actually give you a choice here, so that's interesting. So it's showing off its graphical capabilities here. It's blending and it's mixing, it's fogging. Powerful, man. Ooh, like those colours, they're good. Let's see now, because this demo, I think it's this, is it this one? Yeah, I think that's using the it's using the other graphics. It's using the Verge, definitely. Not using the... Oh, that's bad. Ow. Yeah. That's using the other card. Sure. Maybe not, actually. I don't know. Why you said it? Oh, jeez. Let's turn it off. Before we, yeah. See, I just don't know what that's actually using. What this actually lets me do here, you see this? Look, I've added a few systems in here. This is a Ryzen. I actually ran this on some of the more high-end machines on purpose, and then I saved it in here, just to give it an example. So there's the difference between this and an AMD with, let's see, the Ryzen 5. That was actually pretty low, I thought. That actually, you see, you'll find that some of the more modern machines won't run this stuff. They'll give out about it. See that one there, the LNX one there, that should be pretty close to this one. So that's basically like my 120 I had back in the day. See? So that's pretty close to it. So that's an MGA, a Matrix Millennium there, look, with 8 megs, look, that's what it did at the time. So you can see a few results there. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of annoying, that onboard accelerator. See, I don't know which one it's using as default. Chances are it's using what it likes. Is there a way to set that? I thought there was a way to set that. I actually honestly thought there was a way to choose. Like, ooh, bumping off the camera there. That's not good. I know when you're doing some of the demos, it'll let you choose. But I don't see on this one how it's done. So I'm just knocking the lights back up there. Yeah, so I'll have to look into that. Okay, I'm going to try to do something. So here we are. It's finally that time to show you the Apocolypse 3DX from PowerVR. It's running Unreal, and here it goes. What I've done is I've actually went into the advanced settings and set everything to the max. Oh yeah, bring it to the max. So you can see there's a nice bit of reflection there on the ground. And things are running smoothly. Well, not 100%, but good enough. I reckon there's a bottleneck insofar as probably something on the motherboard somewhere, something to do with the BIOS. Well, it definitely still seems to be some sort of bottleneck there somewhere. The original machine that I bought this video card for, this add-on card, was for a Pentium 120 with a Cirrus Logic 2 megabyte PCI video card. I bought this video card to give me 3D graphics. It was between this or a Voodoo. Now my brother had a Voodoo card that he bought and ended up bringing it back to the shop because we couldn't get it to work and it was giving some trouble. And one of the applications we needed to run, ironically enough, was actually DirectX 3D. So yeah, little bit we didn't know much about Glide at that stage. Now the other thing is that I also remember seeing a Voodoo 5 video card for half nothing, brand new in a box, for like 80 punts, and basically saying no to buying it. And I should have. I know I should have, but hindsight is 20/20.